Hi, Rena. I've been talking with officers both who've already left and are in the process of leaving. And the reason that they give me is basically they don't feel like anybody has their back. They say that there's a lack of leadership among police administration and a lack of support among administration and city leaders, especially with the disband the police department movement. So that's part of what Chief Arredondo did today, was publicly address officers, thank them for the work that they do, and tell them that he's hearing their concerns. Chief Arredondo said that the number currently stands at 7 officers who've left the department since May 25th. There currently are 78 who are eligible right now for early retirement. Arredondo says he's been meeting with some officers who have low morale and others who have issues with leadership, as well as some who have already left the police department. And he also asked the public to stop attacking officers who are trying to do life-saving measures out there. Here's what the police chief had to say today, plus the reason that was given to me from an officer who's in the process of leaving MPD.
To the men and women who have chosen to leave through our normal separation process, I want to say thank you for your time, your service, and dedication to this community and our department. And I wish you the best. With the numbers we see separating, at this time we do not expect to see anything that will negatively impact our public safety for the city of Minneapolis.
Dissatisfaction with how the cops have been treated, and dissatisfaction with this trend in this country of demonizing the police to be demonized and made the enemy. That gets hard to swallow day after day after day.
And the officers I talked to said that they felt abandoned by police leadership during the riots that followed the death of George Floyd. Now, a lot of these officers are close to retirement age, close enough that they can do early retirement. And while that might make the decision easier for them because they don't necessarily need to line up another job before they leave, they do lose money from their pension when they choose not to work until they turn 55 years old. Back to you.